Students, very good morning to all of you. I am Satish Kumar, your science teacher at Dr. Beeson School. In the previous video, we have discussed about different types of acids and their presence in various substances. Similarly, we learnt about different type of bases and their presence of substances. And I asked you to prepare those two table contents which involves the different names of acids and their sources in substances, whereas the other part also different types, that is names of bases and their source of substances. Do you remember those? Shall I go for questionnaire? Am I going to ask some questions on it? Are you ready? Okay. Are you ready for it, my dear students? Okay. So, okay. Tamarind contains an acid. What is the name of that acid? Guess out. Tamarind. Yes, it is tartaric acid. Same grapes also contains the same tartaric acid. Okay. Fats. Fats contain an acid called, yes, it is stearic acid. Okay. Butyric acid is present in the substance dash. Butyric acid. Yes, it is stale cheese. Good. Now let's move to tannic acid. Tannic acid. It is present in tea. It is present in tea. Tannic acid is present in tea. One more acid I want to ask about it. Malic acid. Malic acid is present in, yes, it is apple. Apple contain acid called malic acid. Okay. One more acid I am going to ask you about. Lactic acid. Lactic acid contains, present in which substance? On the substance we have discussed it so far. And it is battered milk and curd. These two substances contain which one? Lactic acid. Very good. Shall I go for one more? Yes. Urine also contains one acid called, yes, it is uric acid. Similarly, what is the base present in the lime water called? And lime water is basic in nature. So what is the name of the base? Yes, it is calcium hydroxide. I said it is also called as commonly slaked lime. It's commonly known as slaked lime. And in the previous video, I studied about one more point regarding us. Which chemical is known as the king of chemicals? That is, yes, sulfuric acid. And some more acids I can ask you about. Yes, which acid is present in lemons and oranges? Which acid is present in them? Yes, it is citric acid. That is citric acid. Okay, then we will discuss about soaps. Soaps also contains base, which is, yes, it is potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide commonly also known as caustic soda. This potassium hydroxide is commonly known as caustic potash. This we will discuss in your higher classes. But for sort of information, I have been revealing those common names for these chemicals. Okay, my dear students. So, as I said the last video that you are going to discuss about some more type of indicators which are liquid indicators, I said. So far, we have discussed about turmeric indicator, turmeric, beetroot, mango leaf, and these juices, that means extraction part used as petals of hibiscus used as an indicator. Also we discussed about the litmus solution extracted from lichens, also used as an indicator. Now we are going to learn about some more common laboratory indicators. These are the common laboratory indicators used to test whether a given object is an acidic in nature or basic in nature. Okay, my dear students, are you ready for that? Yes, the two type of indicators that we are going to discuss out. The two type of indicators that we are going to discuss out are nothing but methyl orange. Nothing but methyl orange. Methyl orange. And one more, phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein. Methyl orange and phenolphthalein. This phenolphthalein is generally colorless in nature, so it is colorless. You can show you the phenolphthalein indicator bottle. And with respect to methyl orange, this is a methyl orange indicator. So this is phenolphthalein bottle, and the color of this solution is colorless. It has no color. Phenolphthalein indicator is a colorless solution. And if you consider this methyl orange, I said no, one more liquid indicator which is a common laboratory indicator, that is methyl orange, and this methyl orange indicator solution is in orange color. And how these two indicators can be used to test whether a given substance is acidic or basic. I'm going to take out a substance and I'm going to test the substance with these two indicators. Then you can able to understand how these indicators can be helpful to test whether the given substance is an acid or base. Okay. Now, so here I am going to consider bathing soap. Going to consider bathing soap, and I want to prepare this soap solution. So I have taken some amount of soap. I want to consider two test tubes. The soap I want to test with these two indicators. Okay. Okay. So I have taken bathing soap into these two test tubes. So in the previous activities, we have tested the wet bathing soap with litmus papers. Do you remember those? Based on those testing with litmus paper, what is the nature of the soap? It is, what is the nature of soap? It is basic. It is basic. That's why it turned the red litmus paper to blue color. Now you are going to check out how these indicators behave when we are going to test with which substance? Basic substance. In order to test this, I am adding some quantity of water to both these test tubes. I am adding some quantity of water to both these test tubes. Okay. So you can shake the two test tubes for a little bit of time so that the soap mixes and you can have a soap solution. Now I am going to first consider the test with, you can see the soap solution, test with phenolphthalein. Test with phenolphthalein. Let's check what happens. What you can notice? Yes, the solution turns the phenolphthalein indicator, which is a colorless one, to which color? Pink color. So, if phenolphthalein indicator changes the color to pink, means it indicates the given solution is a basic one, or the given substance is a base. As you already discussed it in the earlier classes, that bathing soap and test with the litmus paper, red litmus paper changes to blue color, it indicates the basic nature of the soap. So now I have tested the same bathing soap which is basic in nature with phenolphthalein indicator. First I have prepared some soap solution, then I've added few drops of phenolphthalein indicator, then it turns to which color? Pink color. So we can say that phenolphthalein turns to pink color when it is in the basic medium or when it reacts with the basic substance. Okay, now let's move to methyl orange. So consider, already I have prepared two test tubes containing bathing soap solution now. So for this soap solution, I am going to add methyl orange. What is the color of methyl orange? Generally I said it is in orange in color. So what sort of color change can be observed when it is with basic substance, that is a soap? What you can observe? Yes, it turns to yellow color. It turns to yellow color. That means methyl orange turns to yellow color when it reacts with the basic substance. So both this methyl orange and phenolphthalein can be used as a good indicators in the laboratory, as I said, to test whether a given substance is acidic or basic. So just now we observed here methyl orange turns to yellow color when it reacts with base. Similarly, phenolphthalein turns to pink color when it reacts with base. Okay. Now, if the same phenolphthalein substance reacts with acid, what is going to be happen is, when it is going to react with acid, it remains colorless only. That is, no change in the color. Okay, my dear students. So when this phenolphthalein reacts with acidic substance, it remains colorless. The same methyl orange is treated with the acidic substance, then its color changes from orange to red, which indicates it is an acidic substance. Okay, my dear students. So both methyl orange and phenolphthalein are going to be used as a very good indicators, and that's why these are the common laboratory indicators. Okay, methyl orange solution, which is orange in color, when it reacts with acid, it turns to which color? Red color. The same methyl orange, when reacts with the base, just now you observe soap solution, its color changes to yellow. Okay, now phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein generally colorless. It has no color. But when this phenolphthalein is added to a basic substance, its color changes to pink. Just now you have witnessed that. When it reacts with acid, it remains colorless, no change in the color. Okay, my dear students. And the methyl orange and phenolphthalein also, if they were tested with neutral substances, as we were discussing earlier classes, sugar solution, salt solution, mineral water, these are all neutral substances, glucose. When these were tested with methyl orange, there is no change in the color of itself. Similarly, phenolphthalein remains colorless in neutral substance, doesn't have any change, no change in the color of the substance. Okay, my dear students. So these methyl orange and the phenolphthalein are used as a very good laboratory indicators. So here, for us, given a table portion, your page number 13. Page number 13, a table portion has been given here. You can see the table portion. See, what we have to do is here, whatever the substance is given in the table 3, that the 22 substances you have tested with litmus paper and the turmeric indicator there, no, those substances we have to write down what happens when these reacts with the colorless phenolphthalein and methyl orange. What happens when these substances reacts with colorless phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Okay, so what is our notice? When these substances reacts with, yes, methyl orange. Methyl orange reacts with acidic substance. It turns to which color? Red color. Same methyl orange, if it reacts with a base, it turns to yellow color. Phenolphthalein remains colorless in reacts with acidic substance, and it changes to pink color when it reacts with base. Okay, do you understand, my students? So, based on the table 3 portion, we know that the substance which turn red litmus to blue are called bases. So all the bases turn phenolphthalein to which color? Pink color. All the acids remain color. There is no change in the color of the phenolphthalein. It remains colorless only. Okay. Similarly, the bases, when we test the bases which we have already tested with the litmus papers, that is, they change from red litmus to blue. When they were going to be tested with methyl orange, it turns to which color? Yellow. We have to write down this change of colors. Okay. So, and these, when there is substance which are acidic in nature, that is, they turn blue litmus paper to red litmus, red color, they change the methyl orange color to red. So, methyl orange changes color to red. Do you understand, my students? So, shall we go to the table portion? Yes. All of you open your running notes. Draw a table as I am going to draw it on the blackboard now. Okay. So what is given in the table portion? Substances. Substances and change observed. Change observed. In this change observed, we have taken two indicators. Colorless phenolphthalein. Colorless phenolphthalein. And one more, methyl orange. Okay. I think you all also can be able to write down the changes of the colors of them. As you know, the substances were categorized into acids and bases. Acids and bases. Do you remember those? Okay. So, what are the substances that you have taken in table 3? Again, with those substances, we are going to write down the changes that can take place when they are treated with colorless phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Okay. First one, orange. Yes, orange. Which nature? Acidic in nature. So, there is no change in the color. So, it remains colorless. When it comes to methyl orange, as it is which nature we said? Orange contains which acid? Citric acid. Acidic in nature. So, the methyl orange turns to red color. Methyl orange turns to red color. Number 2, tomato. Yes, tomato. We can say it contains oxalic acid. We already discussed out. The litmus paper test also, we got blue litmus changed to red color. So, there will be no change in the color of the phenolphthalein. So, it remains colorless. It remains colorless. Okay, now comes to methyl orange. Same, red color as it is acid. Next, baking soda. Baking soda. Baking soda. This baking soda, okay, it turns to pink color as it is basic in nature. Turns pink. And this one, yellow. Okay, the next substance, mineral water. Mineral water when tested with litmus papers, there was no change in the respect to colors of the litmus paper. So we can write here no change in the color. I have been writing for have a better understanding as it is a neutral substance. No change in color. Okay. Fifth one, vinegar. Last class when we discussed vinegar contains acetic acid. It contains acetic acid in vinegar. So acetic acid is acid. So what we can write here? Remains colorless. Remains colorless. What about this? Methyl orange. It turns to which color? Red color. As it is acidic in nature. Okay. Okay, so I will move to the next set of substances. The next comes salt water. Salt water, shampoo, washing soda, sodium bicarbonate, washing soda. Sorry, my dear students, sodium carbonate. Washing soda is very sodium carbonate. Spirit, saliva. Yeah, now comes to the changes. Which one is it? Salt water. Salt water means no change. Neutral. No change. Okay. Next comes shampoo. Shampoo, basic in nature, so it turns pink color. Methyl phenolphthalein turns to pink color, and this turns to yellow color. Okay. Next to washing soda. It is also basic in nature, and it turns to pink color, and here it turns to yellow color. Okay. Next one, spirit. Spirit, as it is in acidic nature, it remains colorless. Who remains colorless? Phenolphthalein, as it is already a colorless solution. Here it turns to red color. Okay. Turns to red. The saliva. Saliva also makes the phenolphthalein to be in colorless only, remains colorless. Whereas when we come to methyl orange, it turns to red color. Okay, note it down. These are all the substances which you already tested with litmus paper. So now writing they test with phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Okay, my dear students. Now I will move to the next set of substances. Saliva next. Cucumber. So dosakai. Cucumber. Cucumber. Ridge gourd. Ridge gourd. Kheera. Buttermilk. Buttermilk. Next, milk. Battered milk contains lactic acid. So cucumber remains colorless as it is acidic in nature. Phenolphthalein remains colorless, whereas methyl orange turns red. Okay, rich goat, same. Phenolphthalein remains colorless. When it comes to methyl orange, it turns to which color? Yes, red color. Turns red. Next, kheera, same. These all the 5 substances possess similar properties. Remains colorless, and here it turns red. What next? Buttermilk, same. Remains colorless. Turns red. Milk, same. Remains colorless, and it also turns red. These are all the 5 substances which have a similar nature. Okay. So that the phenolphthalein remains colorless when react with these substances, whereas methyl orange turns to red color when reacted with these substances. Okay. Now I'm moving to the next set of substances. So next one, cold drink. Cold drink, lemon juice, grape juice, bathing soap, detergent soap, lime water. Lime water contains, yes, it is nothing but calcium hydroxide, which is basic in nature. Cold drink. Drink remains colorless. Sorry, colorless phenolphthalein remains same when it reacts with the cold drink. So the phenolphthalein remains colorless only, whereas methyl orange turns red. Lemon juice contains citric acid, so phenolphthalein remains colorless only, whereas methyl orange turns red. Grape juice. Grape also contains acid, so phenolphthalein remains colorless, and this methyl orange turns red. Next, bathing soap. Just now we have tested with it. Bathing soap. The phenolphthalein turns pink color. And here this methyl orange turns yellow. Detergent soap, same nature. So phenolphthalein turns to pink color, whereas methyl orange turns to yellow color. Lime water, which is which nature? Basic nature. So again it also turns which color? Pink. So here methyl orange turns to which color? Yellow. Okay, my dear students. So by this we have completed the table portion. So whatever the substances we have tested in table 3 content, that is with litmus papers, isn't it? The same, they are going to test it observations we have noticed down here. That is, those substances when reacts with phenolphthalein, which have a nature of acidic, they remain colorless, and those which have the nature of basic turns to pink color, whereas methyl orange turns to red color when reacts with acidic substances and turns to yellow color when reacts with the basic substances. So, phenolphthalein remains colorless in acidic medium, turns to pink in basic medium. Methyl orange turns to red in acidic medium and turns to yellow color in basic medium. That's why these two were used as the common laboratory indicators to test out whether the given substance is acidic or basic. Okay, my dear students. So that's all for this class now. When we meet in the next class, we are going to learn about some other interesting concepts regarding the acids and bases. Thank you and bye.